Today, Precarious plays
Lost Kingdoms 2. It's a little dog that came right up to me. Is he gonna follow? Oh, look at that!
He's my favorite kind of dog.
He's a really cute little model of a dog.
It's like a beagle, but extra big. He's a hound dog. Oh.
Hey, look at that. I can't quite get it at looking familiar.
I don't know what you're talking about. Where's the dog?
You know what? I wonder if this dog, like if you take it around town, if it like digs stuff up for you or something like that.
I kind of want to try that. It's a very cute little model of a dog. I think that...
Yeah, and that's not nothing, putting that little tail wag in there, you know?
I like it.
Like somebody did some work on this little town dog.
If you're gonna have a weird little beagle, like an oversized beagle, is she small though? She might be small. Still, no beagle's that big.
Yeah, I think she is small. She's even smaller than a lot of the other women in the game. But see here,
she couldn't.
She barely comes up to that guy's shoulder.
That's more like the type of dog that goes hunting.
Actually, I guess she's taller than that lady.
He's still there. Did you feed it? What did you do? Bark, 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 bark. It's so cute. That's a little weird going down the steps, but
no, it's
okay.
fine.
It's fine.
Well, I'll see you later, Pooch.
No, you won't. This is our new adventure companion. This is a nice door. That dog is gonna follow you.
The shopkeeper from the first game, I've seen her as part of the narrative, but she does not operate the store in this title, as far as I'm aware. Maybe another one opens up later that she runs. If that's the case, I didn't get that far. It's very economical. I think it's a smart bit of game design, making it to where every enemy you make also doubles as an attack of some sort.
Yeah.
For the player. Like, they provide some utility.
It's very cool. Also, who would give a small child a rune stone?
It makes some sense. A little bit of sense. Once the story gets rolling.
Okay.
Do I want to buy a ghoul? I think I can make a ghoul. That's only 75. That's...
What? You can make your own ghoul.
I can't remember the path, though. I think it might be like mummy to ghoul, or is it ghoul to mummy?
You can order the parts online, assemble it at home. Make your own ghoul. Can't believe you.
There's a dog around. Nobody seemed to be paying much attention to the dog. You can have a dog ghoul in a couple of hours if you try. If you really put your mind to it.
And some scissors.
Oh no, too real. Too far. I was going to say something like, I was thinking like, put a dog's nose to the millstone, and then I thought, no, not gonna take it that far. Good thing I didn't have to.
Look, I was just gonna give it a haircut. Okay, you're the one who went south with it.
There is a lot to talk about mechanically for this game.
Oh my gosh, yes, and I am so here for it.
I don't know where to start.
Where to start?
Oh yeah, this frustrated me whenever I first got this game, just to make sure that the disc was in good condition.
Yeah.
I think to progress to the next area, I couldn't remember if you were supposed to go that way or through the gate at the top of town, but I think you have to go through the correct gate to find the next area, which is very peculiar. But I mean, it also makes sense. It's sort of like, hey, did you pay attention to the location names? Are you talking to the people in town, essentially asking for directions?
This game does demand a lot of attention like that.
Yeah, which is why I'm really glad that I at least played through about half of it.
Yeah. I do like it when games demand a lot of it. Well, I don't know. I get into different moods. We know this. Sometimes I like to play the Viva Pinata and just worry about nothing, because worms will always make more worms. Okay?
Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe you're supposed to go back here, because I don't think it... Oh, and then aren't they under attack? Isn't that what happens? Jeez. See? This is the problem. I know there's a trick to it. They don't just give you the next area. There we go. Poof. Saved it. Man, I nearly made a...
Tara, there you are.
100% ass of myself.
Gia is crawling with Kandari's soldiers. They claim to be hunting bandits. The others could be in trouble. We have to go back and help them.
So this guy...
is your adopted brother.
Sorta, kinda,
Loser boyfriend?
Nah, he wishes.
Cousin?
Bodyguard,
Okay.
let's say. But wait until we get into a fight, and I'm telling you, it's the Moonlight Greatsword. I can't think of it as anything but that. Here we go. See?
Ooh. Why did he have to do that?
Because it is a ranged weapon. It needs some distance.
And he uses it as a ranged weapon. Oh, wow. Okay. That was... Thanks, Blue Pants, but I think I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's essentially... That's another interesting change. He is... or addition, I should say. He is functionally a permanent, independent creature when he's available.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah, and it's only occasionally a problem. Basically, you kind of have to stick to fast-acting cards when he's around, or he'll beat you to the punch. Oh, that's an interesting change. They gave you the ability to ante, essentially, to gamble
Yeah.
on your attacks.
Oh, wow.
Ah,
That's fast.
that was also uncommon in the first game, huh?
The way that guy just ran at you reminded me so much of those big guys in the castle place.
Ah, yeah.
You can tell I haven't played Dark Souls myself.
But the elite guard type dudes
Yeah.
in Anor Londo, the Golden City.
Sure, yeah, if it's the castle where everything is too big and everyone is too. Yeah. The way that he just like spooked out and ran at you, that was a little startling, and it just really reminded me of that. Like,
And he was just a dude, you know?
yeah, that was just a dude. He wasn't even all that tall.
You don't really fight very many just dudes in the first game. It's basically only other rune masters.
Yeah.
And there aren't many of them. I think that I can only think of 2, like the whole game.
One of the things that I enjoy most about recording this show with you is when we get to play these titles that are like spiritual successors to either things that we're both familiar with or other things that we've played on the show, because it's so God, that guy, he's just got a lot of pep in his step. Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, that's another interesting change. So you should finish what you were saying though, because it's a longer one that I have.
I like watching the things that people make evolve over time, and being able to do that with video games is even more difficult because you don't always have the same people or at least the same ideas driving the same thing forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's like watching
like I cannot tell how many people were shared between the development teams of this game, its predecessor, its sibling in Demon Souls.
Mm-hmm.
General, what do you think of your great bandit cleanup
Stop that.
operation now? So proud
I think he's probably already dead anyway.
revenge on these Kandari
Yeah.
soldiers. We're gonna hit
Not
them.
necessary.
We'll find out where they make their rune stones, and then we're gonna take every last one of
So, what were you saying?
I was starting to get to the point, which is that watching a video game studio or people who are making these games go through the evolution of this complete sort of artistic idea is really interesting to me, and it reminds me a lot of studying art movements. Because it's a lot of people that seem to be referencing and pulling the same sort of things. Like Dada, the fact that anything in the Dada movement relates to anything else in the Dada movement or in the world, the fact that you can look at something and say, oh, that's Dada, that's crazy. That's mind-blowing. Because those people did not say, oh, let us all make this art together. You know? Just how those things evolve is very fascinating to me. And so I'm really liking this in particular, because when we played the first one, I was like, yeah, this does feel a little bit Dark Souls, a little bit, you know, this does feel like the same sort of ideas were running through it, but it was just kind of a really vague, distant feeling. But this right here, I keep getting these moments where I see like the same type of column structure on a building, or I see the same type of bridge, or that guard that ran at you with that startling animation. It just looks so related.
Yeah, I would say that the mission-based structure of this game, it's actually much closer to the level-based structure in Demon Souls, and in a certain sense, even Bloodborne. Bloodborne features much more connectivity. It's just optional after you've been through on foot once.